Right, I'm back here with part 3 of my favourite albums of the last 10 years. As we close the decade, it's been a decade where we've had music, and I'm counting down the bits of music that I liked best, 10 at a time. Today I am doing 80 through to 71. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to try and keep on top of what number everything is. So my next 10 here, I've decided to change the angle to show off the collection that you can't see I'm touching. Just to mix it up. Different jumper every day, just so you know it's a different video in the thumbnail. Nobody cares. So, number, I'm doing already, 80. Number 80. Leading on from our 81, which I don't remember. We have 4 by Beyonce, her 4th album, and she's shown on the cover shampooing her hair while still dry. Not really understanding why. This, of course, is a bootleg copy of the vinyl, but it's quite well done and quite well see-through, but not in the current crystal clear versions that we get in the modern times. A lot of great singles off this. My favourite being, oh no, it wasn't a single, my favourite song off this was Party. You're a bad girl and your friend's bad too. Probably delivered with less charm by Andre 3000, but that's my favourite song off this, Party. 79, Lorde, Melodrama. Great album, Green Light, brilliant track, and it's not my favourite on the album. My favourite on the album is The Louvre. I really like the sentiment that something is important enough to be in the Louvre, but it's tiny and nobody really cares about it, but it's important. That's the message I get from that song. And it features a painting of her on the cover that I probably could have done better, let's face it. The next one, when I first started doing this list, there's no way on this planet I would have been including a record by Taylor Swift on this countdown. Oh look, it blends in with what I'm wearing. There is a record here. It looks like Taylor Swift just levitating in the middle of my body. But it's a great album. She's not being a snarky sow on it, so that's quite nice. My favourite track off this is, probably, it's going to be You Need to Calm Down, isn't it? Great video with lots of RuPaul's Drag Race queens on it, and Katy Perry dressed as a burger. 80, 79, 78, 77, Hot Chip in Our Heads. And my love for this album is based almost entirely around the track Let Me Be Him, so that will be the track that is my number 1 track off this album. It's a nice kind of sunburst and lilac vinyl from Vinyl Me Please. Yeah, but in Our Heads is my, in Our Heads, Let Me Be Him is my favourite track of this album because of when it goes, oh oh hey oh 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 oh, almost exactly like that. 76 on the countdown is Little Boots Nocturnes. When I bought this album, I was at a Little Boots concert and I made the mistake of buying it before the gig, and I spent the whole gig with it in a bag I'd crafted from a hoodie. Quite ingenious. The first time I saw Little Boots live, I didn't know what she looked like and tried to push past her to get onto the stage by accident. That was embarrassing. My favourite track off, I wasn't trying to get on the stage, I thought I was coming back from the toilet. And she said, no, this is the stage, you need to go that way. And I was like, alright, thanks. And then she came on stage, I was like, oh. And she hasn't spoken to me since. Motorway is my favourite track off this album. Almost Saint Etienne quality. 75 is Dido, Still on My Mind from this year. What's she looking at? Got a lovely signed insert from Lovely Dides. My favourite track off this is probably Friends. I'm going to go with a simple, obvious one. Friends is my favourite track off the album. Right, so 74. I didn't think I was going to be including EPs on this countdown because I've discounted the Shakespeare Sister Ride Again EP. But when I compiled this list, I included an EP, and it's only just dawned on me that it is an EP because it's only got 5 tracks in it. But hey, it's my countdown, my rules. Shakespeare Sister Ride Again, great, but not on the countdown. The EP that is on the countdown is Robin and Röyksopp Do It Again. This would have been great as a full album, but Do It Again and Monument. Monument is just exquisite. Just for the whole, whatever 12 minutes it is of Monument, it's just long, slow build, drawn out, just Robin and Röyksopp at the very best. So my favourite track off that, I'm going to say, is, I'm going to go with Monument. I'm going to make those who are making a playlist sit through a 10-minute track of Robin singing about how she wants to be remembered when she dies. That's what it's about. Okay, so probably going yeah. 73, Tori Amos, Native Invader. What I keep doing is I keep going into the list and changing things about, and I had a bit of a disaster yesterday where I changed things about, deleted one of the albums and couldn't work out which album it was. Native Invader by Tori Amos. Not the only Tori Amos album on this countdown, so Tori Amos fans, don't freak out, she's going to be back. I don't suppose I've had enough time to bond with this album, but Reindeer King is amazing, and I might put that on my, even though it's not a Christmas song, I'm going to put it on my Christmas playlist because it's a lovely song, and I'm going to pick Reindeer King as my favourite on this album. And what's good about this is, or good or bad, a separate release of its like B-sides and extra tracks got released in America only, which I paid through the nose for when it came out, and it's really easy to get now for really cheap. So Native Invader by Tori Amos is my number 73. My number 72 record, MIA, Maya. In the days when I thought that MIA was, well, no, I do still think she's wonderful. It's just, it's a bit exhausting listening to her these days. But this album is really good, and my favourite track off this album would be XXXO. But when I put XXXO on my playlists on my digital streaming platforms, I pick the version that's got Jay-Z on it as well, because it's got a bit more of a squelchy beat on it. But XXXL, and there's one track on this where at the end of it features a child screaming, and I need to find some way of never hearing that again. 71. This might be a controversial one, because I don't think anybody would really rate this person as a musician, but we got some classic singles off American by RuPaul. American, Kitty Girl, and of course Call Me Mother. Call Me Mother is just a really cool track, and everyone should hear Call Me Mother, and I'm selecting Call Me Mother as my number 1 track off this album. Get it on your playlist. Guess who's back in the house? Heels click clack in the house. 5 and fresh feminine style to 11 I'm divine. So gentlemen, till the death but no doubt. Body like wow. I mean, it's almost like RuPaul did it herself. Or Ben de la Creme. Right, that's my 80 through to 71 countdown.